who are new to stream, thank you for following. Make sure you follow. We jumped up since I started streaming. Oh, are there spoilers in the background? Let me fix that. Can't have that. All right. So let me get into this data center here. All right, we are in World Tool. I currently have 125 hours in Final Fantasy. That's kind of been kind of taking my time though. As you can see, I'm only this is a level 20 archer. I think my main is my dragoon is, I don't know. We'll find out. The VTuber is not tracking. Let me go fix that. All right, failed to start USB. Let's try this again. Oh, now we're connected. Okay, there we go. Hi, everybody. Well, I am enjoying it quite a bit, and it is a pretty, it's not a revolutionary MMO. I don't want to say it is. I just want to say it's a solid MMO. And I'm not at the good part yet. Everyone says the good part is after you finish the basic ARR, A Realm Reborn, and enter the first expansion pack. I'm not there yet. So I have a couple classes here. My highest is Dragoon, so I guess I'll switch over to that. But yeah, I've been fishing. I've been like doing botany. I had to do botany because I was catching so much fish. I didn't know what to do with them, and they're worthless to sell, basically. So I decided to go ahead and create a botanist to level 30 so I could desynthesize the fish into sand, which is also worthless, but you can desynthesize higher level fish later on in the game, which gets you unique glamours, especially things like the bikini sets, which I'm all about. Obviously, naval. I'm the naval god. Never mind. You get it. All right, so let me go ahead and switch to Dragoon here. All right, here we are. I am a level 36 Dragoon. And I found an outfit with naval last stream, so that made me very happy. Still wearing it today. And I'm here because I was leveling up my archer, trying to get to a bard. Ever since I saw the Final Fantasy Songbirds, I wanted to become a bard. Great concerts. All right, now that we've got enough people on stream, I'm going to go tweet this out. So let's get people onto here. Twitch.tv. All right, tweets out. Tweets out, baby. Okay, let me get Discord chat up here where I can see it and I can read all of your glorious responses. Oh, that messed up my window. Okay, we'll fix that. So how is my audio today with the new setup? Good so far? How's the game volume? Game volume seems pretty good to me. No more voice meter. I kicked that to the curb. Yeah, the game is making noise. It's just very soft. I can raise it. I have the power now to do this without consternation. Okay, now the game audio is up. Can you hear the music? The mic could be some catching some background noise. I can lower its intensity a little bit here. All right, that's a little bit lower. Hopefully that's a little less background noise. Yes, we have an audio setup that works. So for those of you who don't know, I've been struggling with audio on stream for a long time, and I'm gonna turn off. I've been struggling on stream audio for a very long time because I was using software called Voicemeeter, which is I thought would be a really great way to do it. But Voicemeeter has, unfortunately, a lot of bugs. And I would get it set up perfectly and have all my virtual cable inputs and everything else. I can raise the game volume. So, now I can do that now because I'm no longer doing double audio in the game. I'm on Excalibur. You're welcome to join in. I'm not going to group or anything like that. I'm just here to do my own thing on these streams. I will accept friend invites. Possibly we will do a company later. Is that what they call guilds in Final Fantasy? So I'm going to go to, let's see, system configuration. Let's get that audio up there. All right. That audio should be much better now. Okay. Yeah, free company is the equivalent of guilds. Thank you, Saora97. Saora97. Thank you very much. No, don't discard. Fly. All right. So I was saying there's a new audio setup. I used to use Voicemeeter, and now what I'm using is I'm using basically Wavelink software, which is an audio mixer that works with Wave microphones by Elgato. And it used to be that you had to have a Wave microphone to use it, but they came out with a new device called a Wave XLR, which lets me use my Pro gear, my Pro audio gear, to phantom, and it even has phantom power. If you know what that is, some microphones need power, and this provides power to my microphone and lets me sync up into everything quite nicely. So, and I can individually balance the audio for game and Discord because we have our community staff online too. Say hi, community staff.
Hello.
Well, we have
howdy, everybody.
There we go. I was like, I know there's more than one of you.
Hello.
So the community staff is here for Ember, which is the MMO I'm working on, and we will have a regular stream for that on Thursday. So if you'd like to find out more about that game, you can join me on Thursday. But today is just a Final Fantasy stream because those seem to be really popular, and I'm getting so much out of this game. And where do I get that outfit? That's a lot of navel. That's a lot of navel. I have navel envy. Okay, so I learned this on stream the other day. I can examine, and they're probably wearing a glamour, right? So their gear is so they're wearing like the demon robe of casting, but their glamour, the plus sign, is something else. You'll see it rotates through to the black summer halter. So I guess that was a summer event cosmetic or something like that. Or apparently you can get a lot of these sort of summer outfits in fishing. I enjoy fishing in MMOs. Now I enjoy it even more if we can get items like that. My wife is all about that too. So she's like, we gotta get the glamours. Oh, you can purchase that on the market board? Yeah, but I want to unlock it. I want to earn it. Isn't it? Some of these outfits, like if you go into the deep dungeon, which is kind of like a randomly generated thing, they'll drop an outfit like that, and I hear it sells for like 60 million gil or something like that, which is crazy. So, you want to know about fishing in WoW? You know about you know why fishing is in WoW. I've told this story before. Iznaklebull? Why do you guys have complicated names? Izina Couple. Yeah, fishing in WoW is there basically because my wife loves fishing games, mini games, and JRPGs. And so we added it to WoW. And it was like an informal experiment. I basically said to the designers, a really good designer friend of mine was like, hey, do you think we can get fishing in WoW? And he and another programmer got a prototype up and working within like 2 weeks. And we're like, hell yeah, this is fun. Let's do this. All right. So how many of you are new to Final Fantasy? Last week I did a stream on getting started in Final Fantasy. I'm a noob myself. I'm 125 hours in, but I'm still a sprout. And I obviously haven't finished the main story quest yet because I've been doing everything else. But I'm just trying to get a sense of how many of you are new. 3 years of playing. Okay, a lot of veterans here. I'm going to be a sprout forever. 8 years playing. Okay. Well, this is great because you guys can help teach me because I'm exploring crafting right now. So I have gotten my colonist up to, let's see. Colonist is, first of all, is there a way to see my level without having to, like, just from my gear list? Does anybody know if that's possible? Because I don't know what these numbers mean. 14, 2, 2, 5, 12. Click the jobs tab. Ah, there we go. Okay. So my culinarian is at 33. My fisher is at 32. My botanist is at 22. Carpenter is at 18. So I think because I don't level my main unless I'm playing with my wife, I'm not going to level my dragoon. But I do want to understand how to level up crafting a little more. And I think what I'd like to do is get botanist to match up to 30 to where these are, and then pursue one of these other ones, like, I don't know, leatherworking or something like that. So I won't bother, this stream I won't bother to explain too much about how the game works unless I get specific questions. If you are a beginner and you want to know something specific, let me know. But I'm about to do some major trade skilling here. So I'm going to switch back to my botanist. And you do that by switching your gear sets. It's whatever your main weapon is, that's your class. And one thing I like about Final Fantasy versus crafting in another game is that it's a complete job. Good morning, Hugman. Good morning, Middlecorp. It's a complete job. It has its own, like, stat rotations and everything else. So I'm going to switch to botanist and see if I can... You can lazily say, yes, equip all the proper gear for me, and then don't forget to save it, or it won't update it. I do not know what this 10 means. Well, crafting in Ember is a little different. Crafting in Ember, there's a basic system where it's just craft and go. If I have X, Y, and resources, I can make the item I need, the frame, the weapon, the ability. Or I can go into advanced crafting, and using the quality of resources, I can buff and nerf different stats. It's just like Firefall Beta. But what I've been thinking of is the nature of roles. And I like how you have sort of like... I mean, you could almost make a career out of being a botanist in Final Fantasy because it's a full system with its own, classes and its own job quest line, but not quite. Everything still sort of ties back into the meta of leveling in the world getting gear, leveling your main classes. You can't really, like, I don't feel as, but this is the closest I've gotten to feeling like I could just be a non-combat role in an MMO. I could just be a botanist, right? And that's one of the things that's really interesting to me, is that, you know, why does an MMO have to be about just leveling and raiding? Why can't it be about, I want to live the life I want to live in this society, in this MMO? And that's got me thinking a lot about, oh, is he dead? Can I revive him? Can I mock him? Can I teabag him? No. Okay. That's you. I'm dead. Yeah, and crafting can make megabucks, but I want to live as a... Let's say I wanted to live as a botanist, right? That's what I am right now, my current job. And maybe I have other jobs. I can switch to them. But how cool would it be if I had a very useful role in an MMO society just as a botanist, beyond providing, like, I don't know, raw ingredients. And that's something I want to explore in Ember. I talked about different roles in Ember, and I talked about things like becoming a space trucker, basically, because there's so many resources in Ember that have to be carried to the battlefronts and stuff. It's like, what if you just wanted to live as a space trucker, and that was the only thing you did in game, and there was a whole content structure to support you, right? And Final Fantasy is showing me that, hey, that is possible. This is the closest I've seen to it. It's not quite there yet. But it's pretty darn close. All right, so I have a bunch of skills here. All right, this is where I need the help of Final Fantasy veterans, because I want to level my botanist, and I want to get it up to 30, but I don't want to use leave quests. I want to save those for power leveling my archer, so I can get my bard. And by that, here's what I'll explain what that means. You see these NPCs with these silver cards with the exclamation points? Those give you what are called leave quests, which are, you get a daily allotment of them. I think you get 3 every 6 hours, and they're sort of like tasks that tend to give you a lot of XP. So if I click on her, then it's a type of quest. Okay, so people are saying leave quests are super efficient for gatherers, not so much for combat. All right, but I want to level my gathering here. So if I look at fieldcraft leaves here, I've got 29. I get 3 per hour, but so you're saying don't save them for my combat guy? Just don't save them for leveling my main. Just use them for gathering. Wow. Okay. Because then what do I do for my archer then? Because my archer, I don't want to follow. I mean, I don't want to like go along the story quest, because my main is doing that. So if I use the allowances here for my gathering class and the gathering quests, Palace of the Dead, I did that, and I got no XP from it because we were really stupid. We wiped at the final boss because we didn't use any of the items we had gotten from the chests along the way. We used none of them. And so we wiped on the boss, and we didn't get any XP after beating the boss. Yeah, don't wipe. Get good. Yeah, you learn. They drop all these items, like we were gathering all these pomodors of strength and pomodors of, you know, epic awesomeness, and we weren't using any of it. And we didn't know our way around a boss battle yet, so we wiped and we got no XP. But okay, so the deep dungeon. I'll show you guys the deep dungeon too, if some of you are new. But okay, so you guys are saying go ahead and use the allowances to level this up. Now, should I continue to level the botanist? Is that worthwhile, or should I go and do another craft? This is Twitch Plays Final Fantasy. Good class to have. Yeah, I like botanist. It seems to get a lot of resources that people need. Like the gathering classes, especially at the higher levels, tend to make them all. Yeah, I've been doing all the gathering classes up until level 30. But maybe we should start from the beginning. Maybe I should show people like how to take a crafting job. And so I want to do mining. Let's do that. I've never done mining. So different cities offer different jobs. Oh, what is that? A construct 14 key. What is it? I don't know what that is. Okay. I'll accept it. Thank you so very much, Miranda. Alright, and then I should use it. Everybody wants to see what this mount is. My inventory is so full. And this is after I desynthesized all the fish. The reason I got my culinary skill up is that I could get rid of all the fish that I was taking. Wow, this is really cool. So I can get a construct 14 mount. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna go to my mounts here. What is this? Oh my gosh! Is this what I think it is? I have seen this. Yes! Thank you so much. Oh my god, this is great. Thank you. Wow. This is so cool. I'm the, yeah, it's the Iron Giant. And okay, this is very Ember themed because we're all about mechs and stuff. We got to be able to sit on our mechs like this in Ember, don't you think? Like that's got to be a thing. And we should fish from our mechs this way. There's actually concept art we did of sitting on the medium frame this way. Although I could see this for the large. And our pilot should totally be able to sit on our mechs and fish. Wait. What is that? You got a spider bot one? That is cool. Let's see. What's the appropriate... how do you offer thanks in an emote? Is it slash thank you? No. Slash wave. I can wave. Yes, I thank you for the tip. I got that tip last stream. Alright, what if I bow on the mech? Oh, that doesn't quite work. Yeah, my wife's looking over my shoulder right now and is totally jelly. Look at this thing! Look! I'm free! This is so cool! Oh my gosh. Okay, if Final Fantasy can stick a little Ember in there and sci-fi, I don't see why Ember can't have a little Final Fantasy in it. Know what I mean? Like, we're not married to being super serious about our looks of the game or anything like that. So, okay. This is so cool. All right. Well, yeah, I am accepting friend requests. I said I would. I'm not grouping though. Hey, Giga. Okay. Miranda, thank you very much. Of course, yes. We are now friends. I'm easily bribed with Mecha and Naval. Sure, Albin. Let's do that too. I have to say that everyone I've friended so far, I don't see you playing as much as I thought you were. So, or maybe I'm just playing too much. That could be true. My vacation's actually over. I'm working. I'm back working on Ember, but dude, there's a tank. But you know, these streams have been proven so rewarding in terms of how awesome the community is and how many of our Ember community actually play Final Fantasy. You guys got the entire staff playing, by the way. We are. If you ever see a last name Gatestrider, that's one of us. Okay, I was going to do mining. I was going to show people how to do that, and then I was going to get advice on how to power level mining. So, to do that, I should really clear out some of my inventory first. So I should go dump this stuff at a vendor. For now. or I'm not going to have any room. But let's go ahead and show people how to do that. So to get a crafting skill, you have to go to the right town, and there's 3 major cities that we can go in Final Fantasy, and so mining, I believe, is in the desert area of Ul'dah. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Ul'dah here, which is this little circular city. It reminds me of Ironforge. The Steps of Nald, and I'm going to spend the money to get there. Well, everybody, yep, thank you for friending me. I look forward to many... I love this game so much. You know, I haven't found an MMO that I was really into since WoW, right? And you guys know I boycotted WoW over a year ago because, you know, of what happened with Blizzard in Hong Kong and Blitzchung and all that stuff. And I haven't touched a Blizzard game since. And I was playing Classic. I don't like retail WoW. And I haven't found an MMO that I've been really happy with until Final Fantasy. And it's and I'm just in A Realm Reborn. I'm in the part that, you know, half the community says, oh, you should get past that into the expansions. It's so much better. But I'm having a blast in ARR. And it's, you know, it's pretty stock standard with its own twist, right? It's not like a revolutionary MMO. It's tab targeting still. It's still progressions. It's still hotbar rotations, things like that. I don't mind. It's still fetch quests. I don't mind. I mean, I sort of like help make fetch quests, right? So it's like I'm okay with it. Until a more modern MMO shows up, I'm quite happy to make this my home. I'm going to make Final Fantasy my home. This is my MMO of choice now. All right, so I want to become a miner, and if you look, I'm looking for these blue quest markers. Hi, Luna. I'm looking for these blue quest markers, which tell me the different unlock quests. These tend to unlock either jobs or special logs or features, and you should definitely pursue the blue check marks. And then I'll show you what I hate about the map. It's like I'm in one zone of the city right now, and it really is a cluttered mess. But I gotta go find the Miners Guild, so I'm going to go... I know I already have the unlock because I grabbed all of these little teleport points in the Aether network, and I'm going to go to the Miners Guild. Mechanical bias, I did switch to the cone version, and I like it a lot better. So tab targeting, you know, works a lot better for me. Hi. All right, so now we're at the Miners Guild, and you'll see a quest here, and they're very cutely named. So you want to be a miner? Yes, I would. I want to be a miner. Am I going the right way? All right. So the first thing you got to do is... Oh, did I already take the quest? Maybe no, you got to go to guild reception. Well met, adventurer. You stand with the Miners Guild. You stand within the Miners Guild, the place where seekers of the realm's mineral wealth gather. With pickaxe and sledgehammer, we miners work rock and stone. Rock and stone. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Deep Rock. It's another favorite game of mine. Yes, I wish to join your guild and completely clutter my inventory. Sorry if I'm clicking through. Am I clicking through fast? A lot of you guys already played, so you know. So, what I've been thinking about Ember, because we're talking about trading jobs, gathering jobs, trades guild jobs, is I want Ember to be a place where you feel like you can live. You know, I think that there's this nexus between the future of MMOs, which I believe is more, I don't want to say immersive. Yeah, I do. More immersive worlds, more physical worlds, more believable worlds where you can actually feel like you can live a fantasy life. But I don't think it should just be restricted to combat roles. I think there should be other types of ways to, you know, improve your character, live your life. And so for Ember, I'm exploring the idea of taking jobs like in Final Fantasy, but kind of like pushing them even further so that they have their own gameplay loops. So if you wanted to be, you know, a space trucker or something like that, you could have an entire gameplay loop devoted to just that. Why not? Why do MMOs all have to have funnel into one gameplay loop, which is leveling and raiding for the most part? I mean, Final Fantasy actually has a couple different paths, which is interesting. But I think we could take the idea even further. So that's where my current thoughts are, is, you know, if you wanted to be a space trucker in Ember, why couldn't that be its own sort of thing that you do? And switching between them would be something like that. Yeah, every Second Life MMORPG has failed so far. You mean MMOs have tried to provide you with that Second Life feeling, right? That feeling of living in an alternate world and having a role in it. And so you could be a mecha pilot in Ember. That's one thing that you could do. But why can't you do other things too? And that's what I'm currently noodling in my head. Okay, so I get to talk to the guildmaster now, and what he's going to do is, after you talk to the receptionist, you're going to go over and be sent on a little quest to the guildmaster. Okay, I like that outfit. That's a cool outfit. Well met, adventurer. Master of the guild. Yeah, I want to toil under the hot sun, banging rocks together. Yes. Here's your pickaxe. It's not the newest, but it should serve a novice well enough. We get the hand-me-down tools. All right. So the first thing they teach you is how to switch to your other job. And it's all done through your primary weapons. So if I go here and I open up my armory, the UI is not the best, I have to admit. And then I have to equip pickaxe. Where'd it go? There we go. As soon as I do that, you see that I've completed the quest and I can talk to her again. But let's put some clothes on. So I'll just go with whatever they recommend. What's cool is that because the jobs are on the same character, I get to reuse all my old gear or my other crafting gear. Because it's a shared inventory. First task. My training can commence. Pickaxe in hand. Get some copper. It's always copper. Every MMO starts with copper, it seems. Or is this Val? Or I'm thinking Valheim. Another great game. Okay. Exit the gates of Nald and swing away. This is not my first gatherer. So this is where I'm going to turn to you, the Final Fantasy community, and ask you, what's the best way to power level my miner right now? Because I've got a couple of crafting jobs, and I have a quest here. Should I go do that quest first? Because it's every 5 levels that you get one of these quests. And they're worthwhile. They give you good XP, and they give you unlocks, and sometimes additional abilities. So let's go do the quest first. Yep, that's what you guys are agreeing. Let's do the quest first, and then we'll go and see how to power level my mining ability and get it up to where my others are, which is around 30. Okay, so we will leave the mining guild and make our way to the gates. Did she say the Nald gates, where the copper is? The gates of Nald. To be or not to be by question. You have been noticed. Alright, so let's get some copper. So one of the things you're going to notice is I've got a prospecting ability here in my hotbar. And that's probably the first thing you want to activate if it's not already activated. And that's going to show these little pickaxes on the map, which are your gathering nodes. So, you know, we can go out here. And there's no mobs that are going to aggro me out here. They're all level 1, and you see the blue tag by them? That means they're not hostile. Alright. And so now we can start mining. And when you click on a mining node, it opens up a window here. And same thing with botany. Botany, any of the gathering skills tend to have, most of them, except for fishing, have this sort of like, menu here. And you can sort of, and you see that you've got like a 90% chance to collect muddy water if you want to collect muddy water. I can select to collect copper ore, which is my quest, which is 100%. I can go for shards, which are used in crafting. Wind shards or lightning shards come from here. And quick crafting just lets you mine everything all at once. I'll show you that a little later. And then this is my chance of getting a high-quality copper ore. Quality really matters, and there's only 2 grades. Unlike Ember, which has 1,000 grades of ore quality, there's only 2 here. There's copper, and then there's there's high-quality copper. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on that to mine it. Very epic first mining. You level up immediately. That's a good feeling. Let's get some more copper ore. So I can keep doing that, or I can enable quick mining and click that, and I think it'll just like mine all the copper there is to mine out of that. Let's see. What is delivered chunks of copper ore? 4 out of 10. I need more copper ore. So I look at my map again. I see that there's a little pickaxe symbol there and a nice glowy thing. And these things tend to spawn in the same places. They don't seem random to me. So I'm going to enable quick gathering, just hit copper, and I think it'll just mine all the copper in a row. Okay, so Andre Corbin says basically grind to 5 and then do the turn in. There's one here. The other way to grind is I'm now level 3. Yeah, because the quests are every 5 levels. There's no point to going back. Giga is stalking me. Hi, Giga. There's no point in going back until I get some more levels here, because I'll unlock the next quest at level 5. Let's go over here. Find the glowy spot. Now, the other thing they say is you should look at your gathering log. And this is the other way that you level. You can see that I've collected bone chips and muddy water before, and these shards. Every time you collect something new, you get a massive XP bonus for it. Oh, I haven't done lightning shards. They don't have check marks. I haven't done muddy water or bone chip or these shards yet. Is that what that means? Okay. So let's do that. So first let's make sure we got all the copper ore. So we need 2 more of this. I'm going to turn off quick mining here so I can just individually get the chunks. All right, now I've got enough chunks to fulfill my quest. Now I'm going to go for some of the new stuff here, like muddy water, which, as you can see, gives me a big XP bonus because it's the first time I've ever gathered it. Then I'm going to do a wind shard, and then that's exhausted. Now I can't go for it. So Looks like I already had wind maybe, so I need to go for... Now, these aren't contested, so this guy's mining in the same area, but it's not going to affect me. I've actually mined, or rather gathered, on the same node before, and it's shared, so it's not an issue. So I don't think I've done lightning. Yep, got 580 XP for that. If I look at my log, I don't have water or bone chip. I don't see an option for bone chip here, so let's just go for a little more copper ore. All right, and then now let's go back and do the turn-in. Oh, not yet. We're level 4. We got to get one more level. Yeah, you can't... That's right, Guy North. Thank you. You cannot take... You can't steal nodes. Oh, turning it in would give me the level. That's true. So why don't we save time and turn it in? I would use the mount, but I'm close enough to the gate that I just decided to sprint. Thank you, FFXIV. Yeah, I demonstrated quick gathering. I assumed that that's what it did, and it looks like that's indeed what it did. Yeah, I should put the mounts in the hotbar. I do hate the way this is layered over. Clear this. Read these tooltips, by the way. They're very important. This is the closest I found to actually learning. The game can be very confusing if you don't read these tips. So I would definitely read those. Alright, let's go to the Miners Guild. Oh, you can make hotbars shared between jobs? How do you do that? Because, yeah, I switch classes and, I mean, jobs, and it just clears it all out. Character hotbar. Okay, so let me try this. If I switch back to my Dragoon real quick, let me save this gear. Oh no, did I save it over Botanist? I did. I totally nuked my slot. Now I'm a miner. Crap. Okay, we'll fix that later. Let's go to... Alright, so, no, not this bar. I've got way too much crap on here. Let's switch back to miner, and I'll just configure it, and I'll figure out the options later. So let's go ahead and slot that new sweet mount. Thank you so much for that. And we're at the Miners Guild now, so let's go ahead and do the thing. Alvin's just dancing away. Yep, let's do the turn in. Now, is there a fast way to hand this in? Because if I right click, it just gives me the handover menu. I don't want to click and drag. I'm just looking, I was hoping like control right click or something would just pop it in there, but I haven't seen a way to fast turn something in. Right click on the item request window. Okay, that's still 2 clicks, but that's better than it was. Thank you. So just right click there and then hand it over. How is everybody today? I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Thank you. I should fix my gear. So, guild leader inspects my stuff. Yes, I did experience the thrill of triumph when the Earth finally yielded up the prize. I love how they talk about it, especially the culinary stuff. It's like food anime. Do you guys like food anime? I love food anime. All right. So we'll complete it. Tell me I dings. Yes! Awesome. Okay, so I can go ahead and accept the next quest. So yeah, there's a whole quest line just for every trade skill, which is really cool. Big difference between East and West. Oh, I have to become intimate with Yorza. Yorzea? How do you pronounce that? Orzea? $50 bone chips. Okay. Makobaru, I was hoping for season 2 of the restaurant one. I forget the title. Is it Restaurant? At the end of... No, I'm thinking about the wrong thing. Arezia. Eorzea. Okay, I have 2 different pronunciations here in chat. Okay, so my gear is kind of damaged. Why don't we repair it? Uh-oh. You can repair your own stuff if you have the trade skills, but apparently I can't repair everything. Yeah, it's not letting me repair the gloves for some reason. Do I not have the right skill? Eorzea. It's like Eeyore. Alright, we'll talk to a vendor soon for the repair. But I got a new quest. I need to get 50 bone chips. And where do I get bone chips? Know thy land. Mind the required quantity beyond the gate. Okay, gates of Nald again. Okay, fine. I need to get my gear repaired, though. I don't see an NPC in here to do that. Flame private. No, not you. Hey, Albin's still dancing away. Recompense officer. Where can I repair my gear? You know, I'll go to the gates of Null. I think there were some NPCs out there, some merchants. Oh, you can quit. Oh, so if I go to my gathering log, you guys are telling me. And if I look at... Wait. Smithing... Where's the mining one? Why do I have recipes? What am I missing here? Oh, this is my crafting log. Duh. Derp. Gathering log. There we go. And we need... Okay, why did it open my crafting log? Because I keep hitting the wrong thing? Okay. Boomer moment. Alright. So I need bone chips. And if I right-click on that, you say that it can... No. Where does it tell me... click on it? I did click on it. Oh, level 5. Spineless basin. So if I bring up my map. And spineless basin is down there. Okay, so I gotta go south of here. Let's use the sweet mount. Very stompy. Kind of looks like the Thumper, huh? Cooper the Goat. I like the crafting system a lot. In fact, I was just saying that I wish you could do even more. I wish you could live your life as a crafter and only a crafter, and that was somehow an entirely fleshed out game loop till end level. And it sort of is. It's more so in Final Fantasy than I've seen in any other game. But I kind of want to take that even farther. Look at the night sky. Okay. Pretty. What am I looking for? What's that star? You actually used to what in 1.0? What caused problems? See, do I have to be off my mount to gather and see what's on the radar here? Where are the mining nodes? What am I doing wrong? I need to get bone chips, but I'm in the right area. Yeah, I did, and it told me to go to the spineless basin. Maybe I'm not in the right location yet. Use skill press 2. Okay. Lay of the land. All right, now, why would I get bone chips from rocks? Someone explain that to me? Yeah, I'm going in the right direction now. Ah, fossils. Okay. All right, and we need bone chips, and we need a lot of them. So I'm going to enable quick mining. Just click away on bone chip. I have unlocked an achievement for that. All right, I still need a lot of these. Where are the rest of the mining locations? So the audio is still good, game balance, Discord balance, and everything else. No audio crackling this time. I'm so relieved about the audio. I've been struggling, so you guys who have been following my stream know how much I've been struggling with audio. The game is louder than me. I can fix that. I've just been fooling around with some of the volume configs. I can do it here, but I think what I'm going to do is actually use their mixer and lower the volume on the stream just a little bit, because the software is really slick like that. And that should be a little bit lower compared to game audio now. All right. I see two locations down here. 50 bone chips seems like a lot, but it actually goes pretty fast. Fan Daniel Ession, I am enjoying the game tremendously. I've decided to marry the game. Basically, I'm making it my main. I'm going to be playing this a long time. This is just where I want to be. You know, I want to live my fantasy life here. I want to live my sci-fi life in Ember, which we're making, and I want to live my fantasy life here. And my kids are sad because they're all big on Monster Hunter right now, and I just want to play more Final Fantasy. I think they do crafting in a way that I haven't seen it done as completely as this in another MMO. Then again, keep in mind, I didn't really play that many MMOs other than WoW, classic WoW. So you tell me, is this like the most complete crafting system you've seen outside of WoW recently? I mean, not including Firefall. Firefall's crafting system is a lot more involved because that's like the core loop of the game. Let's see, other mining glowy things. Are they up there? Nope, there's one over here. I'm going for 50 bone chips. So you're saying Black Desert has an interesting crafting system? Yeah, I've played Warframe. That has a whole crafting unlock system. Excuse me. Yeah, I haven't seen a crafting system quite like this. And I mean, look, there's other stuff you can do. I can do things like improve the quality, chances I get a high quality drop, stuff like this. Less so in gathering so far from what I've seen, more so in the making skills, like in culinary. There's like a whole thing that I'm not even sure. I just sort of like fumble my way through to craft the high quality stuff. I don't know what I'm doing, but somehow I figured it out to where I can get fairly consistent results. I'm sure when I guys show you my cooking, you'll be like, oh my god, that's horrible, he's using the rotation all wrong. I want to find more mining locations, but how do I get back up there? I want jets. He looks like he has jets, doesn't he? And I can't get back up there. Not here. So it looks like the minimap markers disappear if you use your mount. Like if I dismount. Oh no, they were there. Right there. How do I get there? That's like on a whole upper level. Oh no, there's one here. Going for more bone chips. So why would you use the... Here's the question. Why would you use Lay of the Land and Sharp Vision when you already see every pickaxe marker on the map? What's the advantage of doing it that way? I was always curious because I see those markers and I'm like, why would I ever use that when I see every marker on the map already? You see them from further away when you're not in the actual area? Oh. Now I get it. All right, so I'm assuming I want to get to level 10 out here before I do my return so I can grab the next quest from my guildmaster, which is every 5 levels. So we'll go ahead and do that. Plus we'll work on the log here. I need tin ore, a soiled femur. That sounds terrible. Hey, Delta. I don't know what it means to beat 2.0. I'm not even through ARR. Yeah, I'll use sneak if it's a difficult area. Right now, everything's blue, so nothing's really attacking me. Yeah, this is the chill stream. We're just gathering. No raiding. Beating 2.0 is 100 hours of MSQ away. I've got 125 hours in, and I'm only at Wrath of the Titan for the story quest, which I guess is a level 34, level 35 quest, I want to say. I like Final Fantasy because I'm out in the world. I'm experiencing the world versus just jumping from dungeon to dungeon. And I don't have to make raiding and itemization my endgame if I don't want to. I could do like housing or glamours or... Although I guess you must raid to get some of those. Okay. I see these 2 hammer marks. And I want them. But I don't know where they are. There's one. Okay. A snapping shrew. No, we weren't the first to do gathering or crafting classes in MMO for WoW. I mean, Star Wars Galaxies had it. And in fact, when we did Firefall, we borrowed a lot of the crafting system from Star Wars Galaxies. And we talked about Star Wars Galaxies a lot on WoW too. So no, WoW was not the first MMO with gathering, for sure. Oh, I have enough bone chips. Let's, but I'm not yet level 10. So let's go for some of the other stuff on my crafting log here. Tin ore is in Western Thanalan. I'm not in Western Thanalan, I believe. Oh, these are all in Western Thanalan? North Shroud, which is not even the same zone, not even the same continent. Central Thanalan, Black Brush. I don't have anything to gather with that yet. Yeah, crafting and gathering has been in every MMO, not just WoW. That started it. Where am I? I am in Central Thanalan. So is there any of this that's in Central? What's Black Brush? It's a location? Here? I assume... It says Royal Animal... Okay, if I switch, does it change my marker? No. Okay. So... Spineless Basin. Okay, let's make this map a lot bigger so I can actually read it. Four Sisters, Rat's Nest. There we go. Blackbrush Station. Let's take a chocobo over there. Mine some tin. Is there a chocobo station near here? Or we'll just use the very awesome mount that, gosh, I'm so bad with names. I'm going to scroll back and I'm going to find your name so I can thank you properly. No, this is when I was... Gosh darn it. Okay, friends list time. I'll know it when I see it. Miranda. Thank you, Miranda. All right, let's go. Iron Giant time. Dude, is there a train? Like, does it actually go? Is it a goer? This mount is so cool. What? This is a level... Wait, this... Where does this come from? A level 70 raid? Are you serious? No, I don't want to sit. All right, we are in the area. Giga's already here. He's like, this is where I have awaited you. This is where you should be. Okay. So I'm now in Blackbrush, and we are going to look for 10 so I can level up real quick here. So I will guess we will get on the mount again. And go north. Now I can actually sneak on a mount, right? That's kind of crazy. Oh, it's a boss in a level 70 raid, but the mount itself is from a level 80 zone. Oh, jeez. Thank you. There are so many mounts in this game. Lay of the land. Show me where it is. Down south. All right. Does sneak always work, or can I sometimes get, like, surprised? Still farther south. Hopefully this will have 10. We'll find out. Level 10 mineral deposit. This is it, boys. 10! Okay, now I actually want to grab a little bit of each, because you get a lot of XP the first time you mine something. Oh, 95% chance, and I whiffed it. Let's get that soiled femur. All right. Need another level 10 mining node. We're almost level 10, then we can go back, get our level quest. Yeah, rolled a nat 1 on mining, pretty much. Oh, zinc. We don't have zinc yet. 64% chance. Can I buff my chance yet? If I use sharp vision, then I get a... Yep. It went up to 79% for zinc. We're gonna go for zinc here. I'm gonna cheat here. What's the next quest gather? What is she gonna send me out to do? Maybe I can get it now. Does anybody know? Let's get a lightning shard. Oh, I have sharp vision 3. That uses up your gathering points here. But now I'm guaranteed to get whatever I want. So I want to get... Oh, 99 obsidian? Okay. Well, no, we're just going to go back. I don't even think obsidian is in this zone, right? Yeah, it's in western Danaland. So we should go back. All right. I am now level 10. I'm going to do the turn-in. I didn't set my home point here, so I'm just going to have to pay the cost to teleport back to Ul'dah. I could take a chocobo there, but I'm lazy. Yeah, Thursday we are going to talk about Ember, and we are going to stream the... We've kind of taken a step back to what we call a white box level, where we are just doing white box terrain and stuff. And our next demo is going to be character-centric. Not on Thursday, but we're going to be focusing on our characters and getting that going in the home space station, which orbits Ember. All is sort of like prototype white box stuff. The graphics we're hiding until Kickstarter. We kind of want that to be a surprise. Go back to the Miners Guild. This is very convenient, being able to hop around town like this. Yeah, I should set Ul'dah as a favorite location. I'll do that next time. I'm just having such a good time in this game. Yes! 50 bone chips for you. So, some of you guys complained last stream that you were locked to my 1080p resolution. That's because apparently I'm not a affiliate or partner. And I had no intention of becoming an affiliate or partner, because I'm not interested in I don't know, you know, I'm not a streamer. I'm not here to get subs or anything like that. But it's blocking you guys from some feature sets, especially if you're watching on mobile and you want to stream at a lower resolution. So I might activate it because I do qualify for affiliate, and I'm on my way to qualifying for partner pretty rapidly here. I might apply for those just so that you guys can access like lower resolutions on mobile or the other features that I can't offer without doing it. All right, so we handed in the bone chips. Someone asked how my fishing is. I'm over level 30 in fishing. And we're going to go ocean fishing pretty soon, my wife and I. Hey, Rizikai. Yes, I don't have an open naval. I'm sorry about that. It's something that keeps coming up. There's just not enough naval in what we do. And I apologize to the entire community for that. They always want more. All right, so what should I take here? Gathering plus 8, gathering plus 12. Gathering plus 12 sounds pretty good. I'll take that. So I will go ahead and apply for... I don't know if I can unlock bit rates at affiliate, but I have to unlock affiliate before I can unlock partner, right? Okay. Give me the quest. They could have woven these... I feel like they could have somehow woven these into the story somewhat. And then I would probably read this closer. Like, if they dropped lore bits in here that tied into the main story, I'd probably pay more attention to the quest text. Noober Nerd! Hey, yeah, I do have a channel. Thank you. Alright, you guys were right. It is 99 obsidian time. Let's go ahead and improve things here. I can get a bronze pickaxe. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Firefall Fest. Yeah, it was one of the biggest Twitch events ever at the time. All right, so Western Thanalan is where I need to go for obsidian because I already looked that up earlier. Thank you for the tip about looking at your gathering log to see where to get what you need. That is an awesome thing. Yeah, if you wanna find out more about Ember, please join our Discord server. In fact, join our Discord. We've got community staff here. Join our Discord server right now, and we'll do some raffles here. We're gonna do a raffle for. Let's just do 3 newcomer packs. We've got new people on stream. With a newcomer pack, you get unlocks for different things in the game when it ships. You also get access to our very, very early developer prototypes. So go ahead and let's do that. Let's take a quick break here, and I'll hand it over to the community team, and you guys can run a raffle for 3 Forerunner packs, and let's do it.
Hey, Forerunner packs. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Faye, by any chance, are you in a spot? I think aren't you end game? Are you in a spot where you
I am. I think I'm in a safe spot. Okay. Doesn't look like these hammerbeaks will attack me right now.
Hammerbeak.
All right, while you guys are doing the raffle, I will BRB.
Okay, tell you what, since there are probably a few new people here, we're going to go ahead and run down how the raffles work, so you have an idea of what to do, what to hit, and how it all breaks down. So the Forerunner pack is one of our current promotional items that you can get on myember.com, and it gives you access to a few cool little things. But the most important one is you get access to the game. In fact, you get access to the demos that we have going on right now. So if you win one of these Forerunner packs, you'll be able to actually play the current test builds, the current demos, the current in progress work for Ember, which is definitely pretty cool. So the way the raffle works is you're going to see a little sentence from just a minute. I realize I'm invisible. There you go. I'm here. All right. What you're going to see is a little sentence from Faye, our community coordinator. Underneath that, you'll see a sentence from the Ember bot, which is our little helper bot here. And underneath that, you'll see an emoji of a notepad with a pencil on it. What you're going to do is simply click on that pencil emoji and then cross your fingers and hope you win. It's very simple. Now, to make sure everybody understands that, as simple as it is, we're going to do a test raffle. And for a test raffle, what you can win is Faye's Thanks, which is, of course, priceless. So, Faye, if you're ready, you ready over there? Are we fighting hammerbeaks?
I think we're waiting for some new people to hop in here.
Oh, we got more people. All right. Hey there, Salty. I see you're raging for Face Thanks. Face Thanks is the only raffle I am allowed to enter, so we'll see if I get lucky today.
It is on this channel, Abraham. My goodness, welcome all new Reapers.
Good.
Be sure that you're listening to us either on Twitch or join the Chief Chat voice channel. Here's that pencil emoji Ronan was talking about.
So many people.
Give them another few seconds here. Did we get everybody? We're going to do a test so you can see how it works, LSX. I see some more people just landed. We'll give them a few more seconds. Keeping on the stream is fine if you can hear us. All right, I think we got everybody now.
Okay.
So you wanna explain again how the test raffle works?
Certainly. Okay, new people, this is how this works. When we do a raffle here, what you're going to see is a sentence from our community coordinator, Faye, there. Underneath that, you'll see a sentence from the Ember bot, which is our little bot here on Ember. And underneath that, you will see a notepad with a pencil emoji. And what you're going to do is click on that pencil emoji, or that little notepad. It's very simple. It will turn blue. That lets you know that you're in. So if you click it twice, it will take you out and it'll turn back to white. So please don't do that, or at least only hit it odd number of times. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and run the test raffle so everybody knows for certain how this works. And if you win the test raffle, you get Faye's thanks.
Okay, everybody ready? Get your clicks set. Ready. Go.
And yes, please remember, no posting while the raffle is running so everybody has a chance to see it and it doesn't get scrolled away.
Guys, quit trolling our new friends.
Yes, ignore all of those extra emojis. They're just there for no reason.
My
Mako.
goodness, Mako won again. Congratulations.
How come I never win Faye's thanks? What's up with that?
Well, I mean, I could make a special exception for you, Ronan.
All right, let's do the first actual Forerunner pack. Let's find out who's got the good luck for the day. So when you're ready, go ahead and show the graph along with the raffle when it's active. Or, you know what I mean, the graphic.
Alrighty, you guys ready? Get your clicks set. On your mark. Get set. Click.
There it is, folks, for the real thing. Angiasa? Am I saying that right? Either way, congratulations, you win a Forerunner pack. Now what you're going to want to do, and I'm going to repeat this a few times today, you're going to send me a private message right away and let me know that you won a Forerunner pack. And what I'll need is your Ember ID that you use on myember.com. Now, it is free to sign up on myember.com, so if you're not already on there, please do so now. One of my community team staff will post a link here in the main lobby to make sure you know where to go. And again, it is free to sign up on myember.com, only takes a few minutes. And it is that code that I need to make sure you actually get your prize. And in about 30 seconds, we're going to go ahead and do the next one. Thank you, Faye.
You're welcome. All right, is everybody ready? On your marks, get set, click.
Congratulations. Let's see. That face man, Marianne. Congrats. And once again, send me a private message right away. Let me know that you want a Forerunner pack and give me your Ember ID that you use on myember.com. Okay, Faye, when you're ready, go ahead with the third one.
Alrighty. Alright, you guys, get your mouse clicks ready. On your mark, get set, click.
And the winner is Johnny Boy SP. Congratulations, Johnny Boy. Send me a private message right away. Let me know that you want a Forerunner pack and give me your Ember ID that you use on myember.com. And for the last time, let me remind you all, it's free to sign up over there. So if you're not signed up, get on over there, sign up. All right, Grumps, raffle is done. Back to you.
All right. I am trying to find obsidian. Go south of here. Question is, to go back up, I guess I gotta go back up this ramp. Can I fit? Wow, this is kind of like an Ember stream. I'm riding a mech. No, I don't want to join your fate. Alright, am I in Hammered? Nope, south of here. Shrink that map. Now I have sneak on, so hopefully nothing attacks me. That's not south, that's south. How do I... Oh, I gotta cross the bridge? Okay. If I click on a location in the log... Okay. So I'm clicking on a location in the log for obsidian. Ah! Not just click here, but also click here. Sneaky, sneaky. I am here. So I have to get over there. But I gotta get across this bridge first. Yes, I will leave you to your doom, those who are fighting in the fate. Oh, let me turn off Discord. Thank you very much. Wasn't watching my stream monitor. No, I choose to ignore your fate. Fates are like little dynamic events that pop up. they just do so much that's like good in this game. I mean, yeah, WoW has. I would say the environments are cooler in WoW, but these are fine. These are great. WoW's rotations are more interesting. I haven't really gotten to the higher levels yet, so I can't really tell you what it's like there. But in the early game, I can't even tell you what retail is like because they automated so much of retail. I don't even know what the rotations are. I'm talking about classic WoW. What I worked on. Obsidian, yes, and we will enable quick gathering because we need a lot of you. Are fates not a good way to grind levels anymore? So I should just basically do leave quests for. No, you guys are saying when I switch back to Archer, which I'm trying to get to 30 to become a bard. You guys are now telling me that leave quests aren't the way to go, and now you're telling me fates aren't the way to go. So what is left? Just the Hunter's Log? Palace of the Dead? Palace of the Dead or Squadrons? What about the guild leaves? Fates and level quests for combat classes are horrible now. Hunter's Log till level 20, and otherwise Palace of the Dead is hilarious. It's like retro throwback Final Fantasy. They even make the menus all blue. Yeah, guild leaves. You see, all those guides are out of date. I was looking at the guides on YouTube, and they all say, "Oh, do your leave quests, do your this and that." But it seems to work a lot better for crafting and gathering skills than it does for battle. You know, one thing I wish was that, you know, in Ember, when we do gathering, the whole game's about, you know, there's a huge part that's resource gathering. It's all opposed. Like, there's actually combat in gathering because it's like Dune, right? You put a thumper down and it attracts monsters. But there's something to be said for passive mining. Like, this is very relaxing, right? Like, I don't have to like stress out about combat or anything like that. So, you know, maybe there should be a form of passive mining in Ember as well. Is one idea that I'm getting from this. All right, we want obsidian. Let's do it. Oh, I can make all of my UI blue. It's okay. I enjoy it just for the retro feeling in Palace of the Dead. I don't know if I'd want it always blue. So I asked this question earlier, but I'm sneaking right now, so the mobs won't attack me, and these won't because they're blue. But does it always work, or can it fail? Like, is it 100% reliable? It can fail if the mob is 10 or levels higher than you. Read the ability text. 4 levels above you. Thank you. Reading is important. Words are cool. There is risk reward here. What's interesting is that, you know, I couldn't fight these mobs now. So there is risk reward. So if I don't use sneak and I get discovered, then I'm really hosed. Sometimes what I do is when I partner up to gather resources, I'll stay out of combat so I can switch to my main class and kill anything that's a problem that's in the area. But that takes teamwork. The problem with hot switching, you can hot switch your classes here. The problem with hot switching them is that if you, by the time you're in combat, it won't let you hot switch. So you're kind of hosed. Unless there's something I don't know about. I'm going for 99 obsidian, but how's the expression go? But a woman ain't one of them. That's true. I could summon my chocobo, except it and put it on defensive. But I'm not in an area that I'm worried about right now. Oh, thank you. I should be eating. Do I have anything that helps my gather? Yeah, I got jack-o'-lanterns. That'll help me get some high-quality stuff, right? Plus a 3% XP buff. Always eat your food, boys and girls. It's not as like OP as it is in Monster Hunter, right? But it's still important. What do you mean several thousands of eggs? Streamers tend to end up with a lot of them? What are eggs? And why do you get them if you stream? Alright, Cheese Whiz. Enjoy your lunch. Yeah, these tend to repop pretty consistently, so I bet, yeah, this one's repopped. It's the same number of nodes in the same area, and they tend to rotate, so when you exhaust one, it jumps to the other. Yes, I have tried fishing, and I enjoy it immensely. I am like, what am I? I am a level 32 fisher, and I'm ready to go ocean fishing. That's what I want to do. But we had a snag. We were getting so many fish that we had to get rid of them, so we paused to level our culinarian to 30 so we could desynthesize all the fish we were catching. So that's why I'm not through the story yet, guys. I've been leveling all these gathering skills and the culinary skill. And I still haven't cooked anything for myself to eat on these things. I just have whatever I bought from the marketplace a long time ago. I really should make some food for me in-game. Yeah, desynthing fish is meh, but it gets rid of the fish and it levels up my... You have a desynthesis skill, right? Which is basically like if you want to take an item apart into its components. And the reason I want... And it's leveled independently of your job. So the reason I wanted to level my fishing desynthesis skill was so that I could desynthesize the higher level fish for the glamours. Because I think that's going to be a big thing for me. I think chasing outfits is going to be huge for me in this game. And so I wanted the ability to desynth fish because you can get some outfits there that you can't get anywhere else by desynthing them. I don't know why, but you end up with a lot of swimwear when you desynth fish at higher levels, apparently. Elba, yeah. Yep. Welcome. Fashion is the end game. Yeah, I also want a house. Really, really badly. So I'm hoping I win the lottery for that fish that grants you the glamour that's worth 60 million gil. And then I hope I have like uber lottery luck too. Although I hear they're changing housing in the expansion. So hopefully by the time I'm ready for that, and then I can afford a house that they fix the system so I can actually spend the money on a house in the game. I hear that's if anyone asks you what's broken in Final Fantasy, if people tell me it's the housing and the extremes that people have to go to for that. Because you could rent an apartment, which is instanced, but if you want a house, there's actually like a place. You take a boat to a zone, and there are plots of land there, which is kind of awesome, right? Like it's physically there, and I guess there's different types of homes. Can you build a home and res it on there, or is it just whatever happens to be there? You build it, but it's built like an RTS though. It's not like Valheim where you're like doing this. Well, they say they're going to fix it in the expansion. They say that's the rumor, that housing is going to be fixed in the expansion. So I want to catch that rare fish and have the money to spend on a nice house when that time comes. I want to be ready for. When's the expansion ship? I thought they already switched to a lottery system, but it's still not quite working right. November is the expansion? All right. And how many gil am I going to need to get like a really nice house? Like how much does it cost? Like if I wanted a garden where I could like, can you grow stuff in your garden, in your house? See, I want you to be able to do things like this in an MMO. I want you to do Harvest Moon in an MMO if that's your thing. I don't think an MMO needs to be one type of core gameplay loop anymore. And Final Fantasy, I think, is the closest to showing that you can have multiple different types of endgames. And now I'm like totally hooked on that idea for Ember, right? Like, what if you just want to be a space farmer? Why can't you just have like Harvest Moon elements in Ember? Why can't we make that a gameplay loop? Why can't we do that? You're saying New World does that? I bought that beta and I haven't tried it yet. I'm afraid it's going to fry my card. I've been waiting to see if the patch has calmed things down. But I don't think, from what I've read, New World is not about those different types of end games. I mean, it's largely targeted towards PvPers, right? And yeah, I'll be honest, I tend to be a much more of a PvE fan. Or if there is competition, I like PvE competition. I like the idea that you guys are racing for firsts, or that you can become renowned in the land and there's leaderboards for different things. So in Ember, we talk about that. We talk about there being leaderboards, and if you contribute the most to base building in a particular base, you get to hang your banner, your guild's banner off that building, stuff like that. Forget banner. I'm now thinking about interactive graphics, so you can have like an animatronic type thing happening, because it's sci-fi, right? So the side of the building could be like its own animated graphic for your guild. Yeah, it kind of like a hologram, but more like, I guess it could be. It could be holograms. That'd be very sci-fi. Holograms are harder to make, and at one level of package, you get to design your own. So, don't know if I want to commit to full-on 3D animation for stuff that people are going to get custom, but 2D is possible. But yeah, I'm totally obsessed with the idea of jobs. And people have asked me in Ember, are pilots going to be... Can you have multiple pilots that you train up, or is it going to be one pilot? After playing Final Fantasy, I got to tell you, I really like the one pilot system, right? One pilot, multiple roles. And not just roles, different end games for those roles, right? Think about it, different end games for these roles. Like, Final Fantasy has it, but it's not explicitly supported. It just kind of naturally evolved from the way they design things. What if the game actually focused on that? You want to be Harvest Moon Farmer in Ember? There is an end game for that. right? Fishing's probably the closest here. I'm doing fishing because I hear there's a 25-man fishing raid, and I'm like, I got to be a part of that. If there's a fishing end game in here, I would be so psyched. But I think we can do more with it. And I think you're going to see MMOs drift away from, pure combat as the only viable way to proceed through an MMO, and bringing back more of the social aspect. That's what I miss, right? That's why I was so thrilled about stumbling into a concert for Final Fantasy with the Songbirds. It's like, holy crap, this is more social than I've seen an MMO be in a while. I want to do that. That was always a big goal for me. So on Thursday, I'm going to be talking a lot more concretely about these ideas for Ember. About, what I've learned from these games that I've been playing lately, Star Citizen included, what I've been playing and learning from Star Citizen, what I've been learning from this, and the first sort of indications of what that means for Ember, and starting with the pilot system, what's that going to look like? Everyone's been asking, what can you do as a pilot? What are the types of things that pilots are for? Can you have multiple pilots? Is it just one pilot? Can you change your look? All this sort of stuff. That's what I'm putting together my notes today and tomorrow, and I'll present you with my initial findings. And you, as a community, you get to weigh in on that. I definitely like to sort of A/B test it with you guys and bounce the raw idea off you guys before, we pick a direction. Because I don't want to bark up the wrong tree. If you guys aren't into it, and only I'm into it, then it's not something I'm going to do. There may be cases where I'm really into it, and it's not like something you guys hate, and therefore I want to see it in the game because I'm designing the game. But if I definitely want to pitch early ideas to you guys, like we did with the skin system, and we got such a great response of how we're going to do our skin system, our rarities, and our grades of skins, pilot skins, that took off really well. And now you have me rethinking sort of like, well, how do we apply this to mechs in the game? And the way I think about Ember, because we have more than mechs, right? There's vehicles too. It's a game where your class is completed, your job is completed, not through your pilot, not through your mech, but the combination of your vehicle and you together. It's very Gurren Lagann, right? that defines your role, that defines your class, that defines what you can do. Is your vehicle and your pilot together, the combination they form is really going to dictate the role in the game. Heroes X81, you said that Final Fantasy XIV has always been very good about incentivizing micro goals. That is so important, and so many games miss that. Classic WoW, we talked about that a lot. We talked about the concept of how you need goals of different scales. I think Final Fantasy takes it further in that it's very horizontal. There's a breadth of goals. Like, sometimes it feels overwhelming. There's too much. Like, there's so many things you can pursue at any time. Oh, I want to do my crafting. Oh, I want to do, my battle stuff. Oh, I want to do my logs. Oh, I want to do my guild leaves. All this sort of stuff. But it keeps you dinging, right? And that's very important to keep you motivated to play. In WoW, we used to call it micro dings. So we would have, like, every level was like a major ding, but then we tried to give you micro dings in between. And it used to be things like weapon skill ups, which admittedly could have been better, right? You didn't really feel the benefit of the weapon skill ups, but you did see the bar increase. You did see the points and the messages go up the more you use certain weapons in classic WoW. And we called and the way that we segment the XP bar here is non-segmented. You see how it's just one continuous line? I'll teach you a game designer trick. A game designer trick that we use is, you ever know why we divide up the bars into segments? It's so that you can feel you have a sense of accomplishment when you fill a bubble. It's a dumb psychological thing, but it feels good. It feels like you've reached a milestone. Yeah, EQ did it too. We certainly borrowed a lot from EQ, but I don't know if EQ was thinking about it. But we were. We completely analyzed and we said the reason an XP bar needs to be segmented. Oh no! Oh my goodness, what are you giving me here? Oh, thank you. I have nothing to offer. I feel so poor. I'm in a emote newbie. I don't know the proper emotes. All right, so can I wear this now? Oh, wait. I will equip it just... Oh, thank you. It has navel. That's perfect. It's got to have navel. It has navel. I'm happy. Oh, not moose. That was... Seriously? I'll do the traditional MMO jump of happiness. All right, but we are getting obsidian here. So yeah, so I think a modern MMO, and what I wanted to do with Ember is I really want you to feel like you can live your life and you can feel immersed in this story. That this land that is this new home planet that you are trying to reclaim and build a new home for Ember while you are in the middle of a terrible war against an AI enemy faction. And that you are part of a society, right? Oh my gosh, that sounds like the meme. Ember is a society. It's like, and you each have a job to do. Like, what if you could? All right. Yeah, I gotta get one more level before the turn in. I need 99 of these obsidian things. I want you to feel like that you can actually immerse yourself in life. And what I like about Final Fantasy is the zones still feel relevant when you're higher level. You keep coming back to them. They don't throw away content. Right? I was watching a video by who's that WoW guy, that YouTuber? Belugar. Help me out here. I'm not a big avid Belular was saying, and I should have done a reaction video. He's saying that MMO expansions in WoW are subtractive. And I've said this for years. I have said it is such a stupid idea that you launch an expansion and you invalidate the millions of dollars of content you have created before it. Right? You take away from the game. I mean, look at Destiny. Destiny does this too. They actually go ahead and actually remove the content. Okay? They don't just make it worthless to do. They actually remove the content from it. And this is insanity. This is AAA publishing fuckery, that you would fuck up your game so badly and throw away all that hard work and the millions of dollars when there's no reason to. Oh, but you guys have got me started. Don't make your expansions subtractive. Make them expansive. Give you new reasons, new systems to go back to older zones. And to do it well. Don't mess it up either. Anyways. I'm calming down now. Calming down. That's why in Firefall we let you go everywhere. There were no level limits, and the AI director, which is responsible for entertaining you, is supposed to provide you with dynamic events. True dynamic events, by the way. These fates always occur kind of in the same areas. Firefall dynamic events were supposed to be designed so that they actually change depending on where you are, and they can appear anywhere in the world, and they self-adjust to the area. But if you want, obviously something that makes me very angry is the way that MMOs approach expansions to their game and how they make the rest of the world useless. And you know what? You always need to attract new players to the game. That early leveling content, it should continue to improve. It should continue to offer new things. And I hear Final Fantasy does a much better job of this. Now, I haven't obviously gotten through the main game yet, and I'm not at max level, but I see high-level players running around. I see high-level fates, and I wonder what sort of support they have for zones. Definitely the fact that you can switch jobs and you have to start at level 1 again and go through this content and gather this, that already makes these areas so much more viable. That is a step in the right direction. Yeah, that nothing, and you know what? This is what I called this during Firefall. So Bellalar calls it subtractive, right? And I say not only is it subtractive, it creates a problem that I've long referred to as the content treadmill. That, look, to create the base game took 5 years, right? For WoW, for all that content. You've got 6 months to a year to ship an expansion these days, maybe a year. You know, which means you got to be in testing in 6 to 8 months. You're not going to be able to create 5 years worth of content. And if you shove everybody into that expansion, they're going to have so much less content than they enjoyed for that first 5-year development core that you put together that you have now thrown away. So what do you do after they exhaust the content in 2 weeks or to a month for your expansion? Well, you're rushing to get the next expansion out, right? And this is the content treadmill. It's like, for those of you old school, you remember Wallace and Gromit, the cartoon, the claymation, where they're laying the train tracks down in front of them. This is in the second movie. As fast as they can so that the train doesn't run out of tracks. That's what modern MMO development is doing to itself. And that is so wrong, and it doesn't need to happen. It doesn't need to happen. What a waste. What insanity. And yeah, there's a couple ways to approach that. One is, don't make your old content unusable. Never go back and improve it. Go back and add new experiences. So that and have a job system like this. So that when you want to experience an alt or something like that, there's new things to do through the old zones, right? And that's one way you can approach it. And the other way you can, the wrong trousers, thank you very much. And the other way you can do it is, now that we have, and I said this before in Firefall, I said what's going to become super important in games is not graphics, it's going to be AI. AI is the next frontier. So AI needs to be, is going to be good enough that we're going to get great procedural, on-the-fly content built for games. This is the next frontier. And we talk about the basic steps with Ember about having an AI dungeon master that sits there and its goal is to entertain you. Like right now, you are traveling through the world looking for entertainment. In Ember, what's going to happen is that there's going to be some AI up there, metaphorically in the sky, that's watching you and making sure you're entertained. The content's going to come to you, no matter where you are. And the content will change depending on where you are. That is the true nature of dynamics. And I know it's a big promise, but we put a ton of work into it in Firefall. And we know what we're doing for Ember, and we're building off that knowledge that we learned what worked and what didn't work in Firefall to build anything. You know, it's funny, Narada Owl, you say, like the game director in Left 4 Dead. Funny enough, did you know that game was made upstairs from us, like five floors up? And while we were working on these initial concepts, I was struggling to explain it to the team. And then they invited us to beta test the game. And we went upstairs and we played it, and I said, just like that. Just like that. But you know what? Back then, people didn't really see it. It was really hard to communicate the idea. It's like the game director in Left 4 Dead on steroids, on a world level. Okay? And in Ember, you're fighting a giant war against an enemy AI. There's an AI general out there. And its job isn't to crush you, right? I mean, obviously, it's going to be really hard. It's got to ride that fine line between crushing you or almost crushing you, but giving you that victory moment at the last moment that you can win. And if you fail, you can figure out why you failed, and you can pull a victory out of it next time. That's what we're talking about. Now, some of the more advanced stuff you're going to see in games with GPT-3 and other AI advances, so you're going to see procedural quests and not templated quests. You're going to see stuff that's generated on the fly based on knowledge of the game and based off knowledge of the game world. And in Firefall, I had been talking to people about laying the framework for this by building, one advantage that a world like this has over an AI that has to understand the whole world is that this is a microcosm. This world is a small subset with clearly defined rules. In some ways, an AI can be much more realistic in a finite world like this with well understood rules than it can in a real world sort of environment. Let me know if I'm losing you here. I'm talking about a lot of high concepts. All of this stuff has been my life. This is after WoW, it's like this is what I want to do. Firefall was the first attempt, and unfortunately it was way too ahead of its time, and we were trying to do too much, and some of the technology hadn't been built yet. But now we're at a point where this technology is actually here, and we can actually pursue it. And this is my dream. This is my dream for MMOs. I want a life I can live. I want a full-time dungeon master, making sure I've got endless entertainment, and I wanna feel like I'm part of like a living world, right? The zoning bugs me. Admittedly they had to do this for PlayStation, but the amount of zoning here bugs me. And if you do have to zone, I prefer that you have a fiction on top of it, like how we did at least the map with the dashed lines in WoW for the boat travel. Anything to still give me a sense of world while I'm doing that. Sorry, I'm getting so passionate about the future of MMOs here, and the stupidity that's going on right now, and I'm so close. I need 4 more, 4 more and a level. Okay. You guys have got me so worked up, I'm forgetting to actually play the game. I just stop playing and I start talking. I suppose it's all good content, though. And you know what? No AAA publisher is going to fund that shit. That's the problem. The last time I tried it, they said, no, we want to go back to WoW. Can you make your game more like WoW? And I said, no. And they said, well, we're going to do it anyways. And I said, I quit. No, nobody's going to do it. That's why I'm going with crowdfunding. And in order to do the things that no publisher has the foresight or the risk appetite to do, right? But stuff that you guys want to see, that I want to see. That's the plan. We are going to kickstart it. Working on a little bit of a playable mock-up and a movie. Every Kickstarter's got to have a little movie to go with it. And that's what we're working on right now. There is, we were just breaking the surface in Firefall. You guys saw the barest hints of what we were after. I actually had a staff psychologist on Firefall before, Riot started to add them, right? Before they did it, I had a staff psychologist on Firefall because I wanted to find out if players were having fun in a way that an AI could detect. And that I wanted to gather player stats. I wanted to see what what activities players were doing. I wanted to log it all, and I wanted to figure out. They seem to like this sort of activity. Not because you're grinding it over and over because you're pursuing something, but because you genuinely enjoy it. And that's an unsolved problem. It's like, how do we know you're having fun? We could ask you. That's a direct input way. If you need someone to say in a world, I'm not the guy, but it's a fun idea. In a world. I don't know if I can do it justice. Did you enjoy this quest? Well, we have more things like... Okay, I've got 99 obsidian, but I want to reach level 15. Let's look at my gather log. I need lapis lazuli, raw sunstone, and potter's clay. People are telling me this is a... Okay, that's lower now, so that's not my zone. So I'm just going to... oh, I am level 15. I'm ready. All right, let's do the turn-in. I haven't even looked around here. Is this some sort of mining town? You guys remember Dredge from Firefall? This is like mini Dredge. Alright, let's just teleport back. You guys are getting me passionate and excited about the future of MMOs and what I want to do with Ember. Now, Ember is not going to satisfy everybody's needs. I mean, those of you who are following me here on Twitch for Final Fantasy, you probably want your high fantasy fix, right? And Ember is more sci-fi, and it, like I said, it's a combination of your pilot and vehicle, which could be a mech, which could be an aircraft, that type of thing. So this is where, like, and I'll repeat these ideas again on the Ember stream on Thursday with more clarity. This is where... Okay, I'm going to set this as a favorite location before I forget. And then let's go to the Miners Guild. So this is where playing Star Citizen gave me some ideas. Now, Star Citizen... look, we're not going to discuss, oh, is it a scam? Is it what this or that? That's not important. What's important is that they're doing things that have never been attempted before. And while they don't work half the time, you can sort of put two together and see the potential. What Star Citizen has is they physicalize everything, right? Everything is a simulation, and the entire world is continuous and seamless, and everything. There's very little abstraction. If you want to like take an elevator ride, you actually have to go in the elevator and push the right floor button, right? It's not just a menu that pops up on your screen. But there's something, and there's something to be said in that, and nothing's more powerful than the feeling of entering your vehicle, right? Oh, I'm going the wrong direction because you guys have me distracted. I'm talking MMO theory now. I have no idea where I am now. Where'd the Miners Guild go? Down here. So what Star Citizen showed me was the power of and the immersiveness of that type of physicality in the world and scale, the sheer scale of it. And I think what you're going to see is you're going to see a blending of but what Star Citizen lacks is clear progression systems. People call it gameplay loops. They actually do have gameplay loops. They don't really progress you, though. There's no sense of like furthering a goal other than getting some money to buy a new ship. You know, they don't have sort of like ladders to climb. Final Fantasy has tons of ladders to climb, more than WoW. It's like very, very horizontal, a lot of different things you can progress and work on simultaneously. What you're going to see is a blend of those two. And so for Ember is really kind of in a melding of those two things, right? It's sort of like we want to provide this huge immersive world for you, and we also want to give you gameplay and progression systems, right? At the same time, we want to remove... So imagine... I don't know if I'm being clear. Imagine that you take traditional MMO, which is non-simulation based, right? And you take games like Star Citizen or Rust or Valheim, which are very simulation based. Star Citizen on a scale never before seen, right? And you merge those two together, and we blend that, and we're more simulation than we are... Oh, is this trade skill food? Ah, gathering +8. Thank you so much. Okay, I should eat the cookie. When I get out there, I'll eat the cookie. So I hope that makes sense. I hope what I'm saying makes sense. And I know not all of you are into mechs, right? Because remember what I said earlier in the stream? That what makes a mech story great is the pilots, not the mechs. It's the pilots using the mechs to achieve their story ends, their character ends. That's what's important. It's the combination. And the perfect formula for that is Top Gun. Not a mech movie, but if it were a mech movie, it would be just as epic, right? So the pilots have to feature more prominently, and that's what we're going to talk about Thursday. It's like, well, okay, how? How's that going to happen? And what form will that take? Like Macross Plus. Why? Yeah. Okay, not Moose. I joked about this on Twitter. I said Ember is going to be the first, battle concert mecha game, right? It's like, why not have a performance class in Ember? And what if you could sing battle songs? Oh my gosh, I'm going crazy now. But the general idea is, I think the pilot's role is going to be more important. The Mecha Bard. Well, dude, if we had him like Mad Max, how incredible would that be? Go in there with battle music, big old drums. Oh my gosh, another trade? I am shameless. Oh my gosh. Oh, these are. Oh no, no. Oh no, jeez. I don't know what to say. Oh my gosh. You're spoiling me. Okay, so I actually did do like I've never used them before, but I have like glamour stuff. First of all, let me make sure I've got everything equipped that I need to have equipped. And then I gotta apply a glamour, so let's see, how do we do this? We have to use a glamour prism. And then I've never done this before. This is the first time I've used a transmog. Glamour prism. Captures the likeness. Alright, so if I wanted to capture... I don't know. I guess I like this outfit, the Moonfire halter that you gave me. So do I just right-click, search for item, link, split? How do I use a glamour? Right-click on top of what you're currently wearing. Okay. Like... What am I currently wearing, though? On the character one. Oh, okay. And I'm going to cast a glamour. Oh, geez. I don't want to mess this up. I think I'd like the... What was the item that I should... Oh, there's a scroll bar. What did you give me? Oh, I can sort of see it here. Well, I liked where is it? Yeah, I like the Moonfire halter. So, oh, you can actually preview it. Okay, that's cool. Moonfire halter was the first one. I liked that one. Was there a second? And they gave me more glamours. I wish I knew what they were. I could remember what they were. So which glamour did you just trying to... Isn't it? Yeah, I remember KJ. KJ's awesome. Kevin is a great designer. I like the Moonfire. What is this? No, it wasn't that. Wasn't the Shepherd's Tunic. Wasn't that. Foe Striker's Tabard. Okay. Oh, it was that. Okay, let's try it. Let's do the glamour. All right. Cast glamour. This to this. Now what? Can I actually use the prism here, or do I have to be... Oh no. Oh no. Just double click it. A ruffled dress. Okay, thank you so much. Uh-oh. Yeah, there are a lot of windows open. I got the fitting room window open. So, if I... Oh, I'm oops. I've been typing in the wrong one. All right. Stop. Oh my god, you're totally spoiling. Is this so I can be the maid? No, just I am you.
This is exploitation.
Hi, Harry.
Hello.
Yeah, I feel a little bit bad, actually. Maybe I should just refuse next time.
You said that last time.
I said that last time?
Yes.
I'm failing badly. Alright, so I don't want to, like, bore people too much with this, so if I can't get the glamour working now, I'll just... oh, wait, I gotta right click on here, and then I gotta cast glamour, and then I wanted to try... sure, we'll do the dress. Okay, cool. Alright, now what? Cast? Well, that wasn't so hard. Alright, now we'll do the sandals, and we'll go with the dress shoes. And we'll cast it. Oh, I need the wrong leggings though, so let's see. Almost got it. Legs. And I think I can do the Emperor's New Breeches, and then I will get the look I want. Oh no, that just nuked everything. Try that on. Nope. Actually, this should just work, right? Ooh, I don't know. Let's see. There we go. Ta-da! I got it! Alright, so... what?
You're a miner now.
Yeah, I'm a miner.
Nice work clothes.
Yeah, well, you know, this is the way I roll.
Okay.
Did you miss my whole rant about MMOs, Harry? Did you just log in?
Yeah, I just log in.
I
I heard something about the content reusal.
Oh yeah, I went
that's
off
about
for
it.
like 45 minutes. Yeah, Harry, you're a little loud. Could you pull down your volume?
Yeah, sorry about that.
So the new audio setup has been working great. I have to.
Oh, great.
I gotta say that the Elgato Wave XLR I highly recommend, along with the Wave software. I wouldn't get the Wave mic. I've tried that too, and to be honest, I don't think it's professional enough for streaming. The Shure SM7B, which I'm using right now, that all podcasters tend to use, seems to work really well. So definitely recommend the Wave XLR, which lets you use the same Elgato mixing software. Their virtualization of audio channels is far superior to Voicemeeter. It's not only just a million times easier to use, it's not breaking. So, and we're not getting static or anything else. That's really good. All right. So I am fully equipped. I have mining gloves, Harry. I'm not totally,
Yes, I see the OSHA approved work glove.
Yeah.
So how does mining work? Is it the same as World of Warcraft, as in you just have nodes in the world and you do choppity chop on the nodes?
Yes and no. There are nodes in the world. They are shared, so it's not contested. And I think I got a new quest. I haven't been paying attention. I've been so enamored with my new dress that I failed to pay attention to the next mining quest. So if I go to my... let's see. Getting in deep. Speak with Deep Canyon. Okay. Former foreman of the Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. According to Adalbertha, he is eager to meet with you. He has come to the guild for the very purpose. Seek him near the entrance. Okay. That's easy enough, right?
Yeah, I was wondering what, if any, kind of innovation can be brought to the concept of profession, right? I mean, I suppose something like this, wherein the profession itself is not expressed as a parallel, as a separate progression path, like in World of Warcraft. Like you have it as something outside of the main game, kind of like a secondary thing to do, even though it complements the main game. In this, it's more like, just primary activity like any other, like doing the core stuff, which is interesting. But it's still, at the end of the day, I wonder if there's any innovation to be had in the core gameplay. I mean, something to sidestep the... So you have node in the world and you use the node, yeah.
Well, what I was talking about is, there's innovation at this level, right? So you can see that in order to gather high quality materials, the gear I'm wearing matters, the hotbar abilities matter, and for crafting items, it's actually much more involved. And it's like having a combat rotation for crafting. But what I was talking about earlier on stream that you missed, Harry, is that crafting should be an end game of itself. I mean, not crafting. Your non-combat role should have an end game all to itself. Like if you wanted to be a farmer, there should be a farming mini game and path. It should be like freaking Harvest Moon right in your MMO, right? So that if you never wanted to go wear a mech suit or run out there and do that stuff, you don't have to. There's a full end game just for you waiting to do that. And that's also interwoven into the game.
So like you set up your own farm somewhere and do hydroponics. I mean, that's interesting.
Because they already sort of do this in Final Fantasy. There's more than one end game. It's not just about raiding, leveling, and the loot at the end. There's a housing sort of end game. There's a glamour sort of end game. And I don't know. I saw a picture. There's like 6 different variations, but I don't think they're fully fleshed out. But they could be, right? And I think that this is important. Is that for Ember and a modern MMO to feel like you're living in a world, that there has to be these multiple paths that all don't just converge just to serve raiding. There has to be viable different things for it to feel like a real complete world, just like real life, but distilled into a fun form. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm worrying about the scope of that. I mean, if we go with a farming angle, right? Sorry. You set up something like a farm somewhere within the, I don't know, within the context of housing, whatever form that eventually takes, if it takes it all. What would be the output of the farming? I mean, let's say, because Minecraft sort of has this sort of emergent aspect wherein you create farms, right? You just use the item on the ground and you plant the seeds. That's it, right? That's the whole sort of like core of the farming. But you can create like, you know, terraced farming tiles and stuff like that, which is more on the emergent side of things, and which is always interesting. But I'm worried that the scope of that, like implementing something like that, might be like too much, right? It's basically you are programming into the game a mini game that could stand on its own as a game, basically.
Which game? Which? Sorry, Harry. I'm trying to do both. I'm trying to
play
Final Fantasy for people, and I already forgot which gate I'm supposed to go out of. Let's see. Western Thanaland. Okay. So if I go to my crafting log, and I know I have to get Cinnabar. Cinnabar comes from what? I have no idea. I have iron ore.
I mean, you have item search, like make use of it, I guess.
Well,
I mean, if they have fancy text box.
If it were here, unless it was a quarrying skill.
Is that different from mining?
Yeah. Okay, Cinnabar. If I click on Cinnabar, then I know I have to get to Horizon's Edge. Horizon's Edge would be right here, and that would be right out of Horizon. So let's just unable to teleport this time because I got this window open. So Harry, this is, I mean, yeah, the scope dramatically increases. I mean, look at Star Citizen. Star Citizen has to simulate a ton of different things. That's why I think that building it out in phases and having the fundraising the way we do, which is really feature-based fundraising. We call it milestone-based fundraising, but it's sort of like, you know, we can have different fundraisers for these different aspects of the games, and we can have a roadmap, right? So that's like, hey, because we know that what launch is. We know launch is the invasion and the mining system, and that's the core, and that's going to be early access, launch, etc. And then but I think it's important to paint the picture of where we're going to go long term, both as an inspiration for players, but also so that we don't do anything that negates that future in the beginning, that we leave hooks and pathways open to that we consider it from the beginning in the design, so we don't paint ourselves into a corner. That's what games that tried to evolve lacked. Like Warframe kind of splintered off into a bunch of different fragmented content islands, and Elite Dangerous, well, they just fell off a cliff. They were doing so well until recently, and then they didn't do ship interiors, and they did a shitty FPS module. Not my words, their words. I'm not an Elite player. I don't know. I watch the streams. I watch the reactions, and they fell off that plan. Neither of them had a long-term plan like this beforehand, right? And I think the difference is that we're going to create that long-term plan, and we're going to have it up on Kickstarter, and people are going to see what the grand vision is, and then we're going to use feature-based crowdfunding in order to achieve those different goals. And hey, if that feature doesn't get funded, it doesn't get funded. We go to something else that is funded, and maybe we bring that one back later when people feel it's more of a priority, right? So I think that there are ways to achieve that. And the other way is, you know, I was talking earlier on stream about the importance of blending handcrafted and procedural in the future. I think that's going to be much more important. Anyways, but back to mining. We'll save this for the Ember chat on Thursday. But I kind of got off on a tangent. Okay, so I'm trying to... So basically, for those of you who are trying gathering professions in Final Fantasy, I was asking the community, what's the best way to power level? And for now, at the lower levels here, I'm just 15. You'll want to get your major guild quest for mining every 5 levels. And the fastest way to do that, it's been very rapid, is just by following the quests they give you. No need to do anything else really tricky, like doing turn-ins for your company or leaf quests or anything like that. And I don't know if you should. I'm not an expert. I'm just echoing what the community is telling me so far. They're saying go out there, do your basic mining, and go from there. So I've got prospecting on, and I'm doing gathering now. So one thing I want to point out is there's two forms of gathering. You start off with your pickaxe, and whatever you equip in your main hand determines your class. And then you'll eventually get, I think we got this at level 15, your offhand tool, which is the bronze sledgehammer, which opens up a second form of gathering, which is denoted by the blue icon. So in botany, it's the difference between, because I've done botany, it's the difference between chopping trees and, say, rummaging for herbs and bushes, right? So here, we are switching to, I guess, rocks. I don't know what the analogy is in this. It looks like it's mining, but I'm doing a sledgehammer instead. And Harry, you were asking, what can you do that's different? Are you just going to chip away at this rock? Well, you'll notice that I've got a chance to gather an item of the 4 that this rock contains, and I get to choose which one I want to pursue. And I'm only going to get 3 swings at this, so I got to kind of pick. Quick gathering just sort of like does all the same stuff. I'm tasked with gathering cinnabar. There's a percentage chance that I'll get high quality. That's 15%. You can see right here. You can boost that percentage, or you can boost how much the chances of gathering or gathering more by using these abilities like Sharp Vision. Sharp Vision would boost the percentage chance of getting something. There is another, preparation reveals the condition for obtaining, I don't know what this is. Reveals the conditions for obtaining high quality items while gathering. Let's try it. Oh. So this means I have to have my perception above 38 or 39 in order for a improved chance of gathering high quality, and that's where my gear comes into play. So if I look at my attributes, I have a perception of 67, so I have the requisites for acquiring these high qualities, I assume. Yes, if you hand in high quality items on your quests, you will get double the XP, but I believe that's not for guild quests. Guild quests, so far that I've experienced, will only take regular items, and the high quality items are really for leave quests and other things like that. So other things I can do, Aries, I can boost my chance of getting high quality items. There's should also be something that gives me more strikes at this rock. In botany, there's a skill that lets me gather more from an individual plant, but I don't seem to have it here. I seem to only have Sharp Vision and things like that.
What is the cost? What is the GP cost? What's that?
You see the bar here? That's like your mana. This is your gathering points. So that's not as like critical in gathering skills as it is in trade crafting, because in trade crafting you're trying to buff yourself to a high quality item, and so it's like a little math mini game of how to like consume your points in the most efficient manner to boost the crafted item to maximum quality. But for here, it's just sort of, it dictates how, it's a gate on how fast I can mine high quality materials, basically. Maybe at the higher levels of gathering and crafting, there's more rotational stuff, but I found it to be a lot simpler to do gathering right now than crafting, and there's a lot fewer options in your rotation. So if you are just starting off in Final Fantasy crafting, start with gathering. You know, that's all I can say. If you start trying to make armor right away and things like that, it's going to be extremely confusing. Get the basics down with this system first, and I think that's going to be the logical stepping stone to learning a more advanced trade skill. All right, so I need Cinnabar. I'm just going to grab it, and I need. And the other thing is, I have a log, Harry, and you notice that I got an XP bonus because it's the first time I've ever acquired Cinnabar, right? And you can see I got a check mark here. Now you can see that I want other things too, like iron sand. So that's going to be a big XP bonus. So let's get some iron sand. And yep, I got an XP bonus for that. And then I need copper sand. That's going to be unique to me. And I probably only get 3 strikes at this rock. Oh no, I get 4. And water shards I've already collected before. So I'm going to go after my main component for this quest, which is just the Cinnabar. All right, then we'll go to the next rock outcropping. Oh, it says deliver onzes of cinnabar, high quality to Deep Canyon. Oh, I've been gathering regular cinnabar. That's no good. So now I'm going to use sharp vision to boost my chances of getting... Oh no, that didn't work. How do I boost my chances of getting high quality cinnabar? This is the chance to obtain the item. And then, okay, do I have any skill that increases the chance of obtaining high quality items? That's the one I want. So let's do unearth, but I'm going to also eat food that increases my perception, which will buff that. Someone gave me cookies, which will increase my gathering points and my GP. So I'm gonna use that. Also gives me a 3% XP bonus. So now that I've got that buff, because I have to get high quality cinnabar now, then I'm going to use the unearth skill to buff that up. And I already have a 100% chance of getting it, so we're just going to go to town here with quick mining, and it'll mine the whole rock for cinnabar. Whenever I see a swirly mark like this, that means I got a high quality item. And I would say, Harry, that's the simplest form of it.
I mean, it is much more involved than World of Warcraft, right? With these abilities and stuff.
Very much so.
And having an actual resource to gather the resource. Well, you know.
The other thing is, I am only level 15 or 16. I'll be exposed, so I should have my sneak on, so monsters don't attack me. I could also bring out my my chocobo and put him in defensive mode. So you can have battle chocobo, right? So let's do this. It's kind of overkill. I don't really need to do it. Nothing's going to detect me here, but I can go ahead and are chocobos companions or minions? They're minions, right? No, but let's summon one just anyways. Should we do Drippy or the kitten? What does the community say? All right, too slow. All right, kitten. So let me hotbar the kitten. And I can actually get it to sit on my shoulder, right? If I click on it. And someone taught me this. I can do beckon. And it'll perch right there on my shoulder. All right, and then we're going to do a companion. And we're going to summon a battle chocobo and put it in the defender stance. There's also a healer stance.
So it's like a pet, but everyone gets the pet.
You unlock this at I think level 30. And then you do a quest to turn it into a something that is actually useful in combat. And I'm going to put it into defender stance. And now it should protect me. So if anything attacks me, it'll take care of it. I think.
I think you are in the middle of like a dynamic event or something like that.
Yeah, this is a phase.
There's a countdown.
Little circle here. That's sort of like just a dynamic event that spawns, and they always spawn the same place, pretty much. And they're always the same thing, pretty much. But you can see
so
if
it's
I
a
mouse over
repeatable
it,
like an event.
It's a level 10 event. Yeah, I could join that event if I wanted to, but I just want to mine. I just want to mine rocks. It's much more relaxing.
That feels like World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft had something like this. God, I'm hazy on the details. It wasn't necessarily shared. I don't think it was like. At some point they switched over to making the quests, making the kill. Instead of a kill counter, you had like a bar that filled up, and it was just like kill stuff in the area, and anything that you killed in the area filled up the bar. So
my chocobo's in the way of my ore. Come over here, dumb bird.
Mostly world quests had stuff like that. Yeah. So. This reminds me of that, but it's been a while since I played retail.
You get the mount at 20 and it becomes a companion at 30. Narandia Owl just gave me that info, that correction in chat. All right. Well, we didn't get any rare Cinnabar there, did we? Or did we
You get
one?
2, I think. Or 2 or 1.
Yeah, I don't really...
So you...
Oh, go ahead.
So you as a miner level 16, and these are like level 10 mobs, you can't realistically do combat with them, right?
Nope.
Or I mean...
I would get slaughtered. My pickaxe is not a combat weapon. So, yeah, that's the risk you take. Although it's not much of a risk, because sneak works for any creature that is 4 levels or less. Oh, I can't mine your node. It's gone for me. I've seen people mine my node before. So I guess if you arrive at the same time, it's shared. All right, so we're gonna do that ability, and we're gonna go see what we can mine here. Regular Cinnabar, high quality Cinnabar, regular Cinnabar, regular Cinnabar. Okay. Does the lacy skirt improve mining? Why, yes. Yes, it does. Actually, what I'm wearing is a cotton shepherd's tunic, which does enhance it. But you'll see that it fades out and shows you what the glamour is, which is Quaintrell's ruffled dress. So that's the glamour. All right, I'm gonna, let's see. We're almost there. We got 5 more to go. You jump really high in this game. Okay, we'll go ahead and cast Unearth again. We'll go for more Cinnabar. Glamour is fantastic. I enjoy it a lot. They have so many fun outfits, and if you want to see them all, you go to Limsa Lominsa. And if you... do the bunny girls jump higher than the rest? Isn't that like... Okay, we need 4 more here. Your chocobo is judging your performance in mining. I feel its baleful glare upon me. Oh, come on. Oh, not one high quality out of that?
So you just run around and these things respawn in that general area?
Yeah, they do. There's fixed locations and they round robin. It appears to be that way.
Interesting. Hey, so what's with the dude stealing dude?
Can't steal. What? They just happen to see a node same place I do, but it's separate.
Oh.
Thank you. I am using Unearth, but what's a cordial? I do have fishing. My fishing is at 32, and my botany is at 22, and my culinarian's at 33. Then I've got a dragoon at 36 and an archer at 20. Yes, I will be your friend, stranger. All right. Oh, a cordial? Oh, so I should go buy some cordials, huh? All right, well, it's a low-level quest. We'll be okay. As I say that, none of these are high-quality Cinnabar. One. We got one. Yeah, they do have storylines. The crafting sort of has a storyline. They're a bit disjointed. I was saying how cool it would be if they were woven into the main storyline or lore of the world a little more tightly. Yeah, I have tried fishing. 32 Fisher. I haven't tried ocean fishing yet, which I want to do. Yeah, gotta try ocean fishing. That's what everyone tells me. And I've been cranking on desynthesize. My desynthesize for culinary is like 60 something now, and I'm just gonna keep pumping it up because I want to desynthesize the fish for the glamours.
Desensitize the fish for the glamours.
I know it's really weird, right? There's so much. One problem I have with a lot of the YouTube tutorials out there in Final Fantasy is the jargon. They just throw the jargon out there and they assume that you know it, and they don't explain it very well. Admittedly, these videos were made like 5 years ago, 7 years ago when the game was new, right? Or relatively new. And I'm looking forward to the next generation of tutorial videos. Maybe I'll make some. I don't know. Let's see.
Desensitizing fish. Oh, what does that mean? You give them anesthetics?
You ever hear of a fish priest?
No? I mean, I'm fairly sure there's something like that in World of Warcraft. I think that there were like fish people in Mist of Pandaria.
Well, this is kind of a side thing, but I didn't know what a fish priest was till I started fishing. But, you know, a fish priest is basically a club that you knock the fish with on the head to kill them and put them out of their misery. And that's why it's called a fish priest. But that's not what we're doing here.
Because you're giving the fish last rites or something.
Yes, exactly. What we're doing is we're desynthesizing the fish that we catch. We're stripping them apart for components. And every skill of the hand, which is a crafting skill that makes something, has a desynthesized skill. So you can take apart armors, you can take apart swords and weapons. Or in this case, for culinary, you can take apart fish.
Is it desynthesize?
Yes.
Not desensitize?
Because the act of crafting is actually called synthesize in Final Fantasy.
Yes, I get it now. It's just like, it sounded like the anesthetic thing. Like you're making it less sensitive.
No.
Instead of making it less synthetic.
All right, we're going to go back to town. Do our turn in. All right, where am I?
So you Jesus Christ, it's kind of morbid. I mean, that's a weird euphemism for whacking a fish over the head with a club. Oh, I'm desynthesizing the fish. Like what?
Yeah, the end result is mostly sand. Because fish
you pound a fish into the sand.
No. Apparently, fish in Final Fantasy are made of sand. So when you desynthesize them, you just get tons and tons of sand and high quality sand, and there's not much you can do with it. Oh, Luna Gate Strider's here. Hello. But at higher levels, if you desynthesize like fish you get from like rare fish that you catch, you can get certain glamours that drop. And my load times are bad. This is a fast SSD. Oh, maybe I don't have it installed on the SSD. Maybe I have it installed on the other side. Because Star Citizen's taking up all my SSD space. Because if you don't play Star Citizen on SSD, you're not playing. It's painfully slow. Slower than Destiny load times. Slower than Anthem load times. Okay. Where is the mining guild? Okay, maybe I should move this SSD. I get a bigger SSD or a secondary SSD.
I mean, I have a 2 terabyte M.2 SSD for PCI Gen 4.
That's what's on
That's kind
this
of
right
fun.
now, and half of it is Star Citizen, and the rest of it is Ember.
Ah,
So I got to get
I mean,
a secondary one, but it won't
yeah,
be as
those
fast
things.
if it's not slotted on the motherboard, right?
Well, where else would you slot it? If it's a M.2, I mean, if it's just a
SATA.
regular or a SATA SSD, then it's capped. The SATA interface itself, it's capped at like 550 megabytes. I mean, which it's really questionable whether that's really if any speed above that is really useful. I mean, I don't think my load times are any particularly better, despite the thing having like 5,000 megabytes per second read speed and ridiculous amount of I/O operations.
Well, I'll qualify that, Bane Botnik. For Unreal Dev, I have multiple projects installed, and they're just all huge. So they take up a lot of space. Plus the main asset directory is there.
Like Unreal Engine, when you compile it from source, like I do, or on mostly anyone who wants to ship any kind of Unreal Engine game will have to build it from source, like manually. It inflates itself to like 100 gigabytes every version, and most of the time you have like multiple versions on. So yeah, that's this business is a lot of disk space intensive.
I don't know what the guy they're asking in chat. What's the guy on the right doing? I don't know. He's in his cups, man. I have no idea what's going on there. I don't
Use
know.
of alcohol. Peggy 13.
All right, he's gonna give me some gear. I already enchanted my stuff, so I'll take the risk guards, I guess. Gathering plus 18, sure.
See, this is why you don't enchant or transmog anything until the end game, because the game forces you to dump it, which is probably an interesting avenue to sort of ameliorate.
I did it for the sake of the stream, and also because this was gifted to me, and I wanted to show my appreciation by wearing it immediately. So I used the glamour on that. Plus, I went on the quest to craft glamour prisms, so I guess I could just make some more. Where's the guy? There he is. Hey, buddy. Did I win? What'd you win? I don't think you won, buddy. Why is this going on in the guild house?
One of the things that I liked about the Old Republic is their sort of shell system, wherein that was their way of doing transmog, right? Is that you had the item you slotted it normally like you would in World of Warcraft or in this game, right? Because it uses the same sort of equipment paper doll system, and except it wouldn't do anything, it would be strictly cosmetic. And the way you gave stats to it was through mods. So it was like sockets from World of Warcraft, except you slotted in stuff that actually gave it its main itemization, its main stats. And you could basically improve it if you received a high level mod. So all the item level or equivalent of item level, there was some number like that in there, was reflected on the item by the quality of the mods you slotted in there. And it was like 3 mod slots, I think.
They're saying that there's a dresser in the inn that facilitates glamour changes a lot more effectively somehow.
Interesting.
Okay, I'm at a point now where I haven't hit level 20 in my crafting, so I can't get the next guild quest, and I'm level 18. And I was asking you guys for the most efficient way to... This is the beginning where you got to fill the gaps between those level 5 quests, right? And I was asking you guys for the most efficient way to do it. And you guys were saying that I could do leaf quests to do it. Or I could do my gathering log here, right? But I don't know. Should I do both? Is it time? So I can go to Central Thanalan, where this stuff is, and then I can see if there's any leaf quests there. All right, both works. So let's do that. Gates of Nald, I guess, for Central Thanalan. Right, but maybe I can kill two birds with one stone. I can go to Central Thanalan. I can pick up a leaf quest. And leaf quests are kind of like these. I think you got to unlock them. You don't get them right away, but you definitely want to pick up the quest early to unlock leaf quests. And I think different areas also have different ways that you have to prove yourself to unlock a leaf quest. And when you do, you will get markers on your map with leaf quest givers. I don't see one here, though. So, are there no leaf quests here? Yeah, but I don't even see the quest giver. Well, let's try. Let's go over there and see what's up. By the way, this is